Welcome brawlers, I'm the Hermit and I hope you're ready for some creepy crawlers. Because our commander today is the Swarmweaver. For 2 a black and a green, we get a legendary Scarecrow artifact creature with, when it enters, create 2 1/1 black and green insect creature tokens with flying. Then if we have Delirium, insects and spiders you control get +1/+1 and have deathtouch. So we're gonna be trying to mill ourselves until Delirium. And also we're gonna have a little bit of an insect theme and a spider sub-theme. So for instance, we're gonna be playing Brood Spinner, and we're gonna be playing Loth, Spider Queen. She makes spiders, but also it's a planeswalker that comes towards Delirium if she happens to die. We also have Braska for sacrificing some insects removal, and obviously for our Delirium count. Same thing with Grist, the Hunger Tide. And then since we have some powerful insects from Age of Eternities, we have a little bit of a land sub-theme, Icil Explorer, Maligfog Harmonizer, Scout Swarm, and Springheart Nartoko. Those are the only landfall cards we have because they happen to be insects. We also have 6 for mill, a couple of Lilianas, the Veil, the Last Hope. They can mill, or in the case of the Veil, we can discard cards so we can get to Delirium. We also have Barrogoyf and Tarmogoyf, as well as Nethergoyf, so that we care about the number of card types we have in our graveyard. Then we have even more millings, Teacher Supplier, Quack Feast, Ripples of Undeath, and a little bit of enchantment creatures in Overlord of the Belmorg, Brain Maggot. We also have Katana Nightmare. If we are gonna be milling, we can reanimate. Most of our stuff is gonna be 3 mana or less. We can even reanimate Chris because she comes as a creature when she's not on the field, so that's gonna be nice. Or Rothstein, Palantir for more milling, Interaction in Abrupt Decay, Golgari Charm, Witherbloom Command, Drag to the Roots, Finding the Old Gods. And another good spider from Theros, I think. Arasta the Endless Web. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery, we get a 1/1 spider. Oh, sorry, a 1/2 spider. So that's the deck, even more milling, interaction, and some powerful creatures. Now let's get into the queue and see how many insects and spiders we can get on our opponent's face. Tifa Lockhart, and I guess Quackfist is gonna do some damage. Antoko Slicer, a good insect. It allows us to make a copy of a card from our opponent's graveyard, but also we get a Eternal Witness type effect. So provided our opponent doesn't have a mana dork and they run Tifa without protection, okay, this is a nice leave from our opponent. So they might have the protection spell, let's see. And it doesn't matter if we run the Swarmweaver if we don't have the Delirium, because as long as it enters, it gets the thing. Ooh, opponent has Chrome Mox. This means they have protection. Okay, they concede. We only had the one removal. Have one? No, because it's Tifa. GG's though. Against Margot on the case. Ooh, I don't think opponent will like this. So let's keep just for that. Cheated from opponent. Six, seven, eight. Okay. We still need green source. If we do, then we can hopefully kill the commander under GT. River of Runes. Luminarca Spira. Deluge x equals 2. Price you evento. X. So yeah. Sword of Wealth and Power. Yeah, let's play Gene Pollinator. Station. And opponent concedes. GG. Grand Soul. Motender might be the winning card here. And I'm so sorry. Let's end the Harmonizer. Yeah, why are we against Grand Soul? Isn't he like way higher above in the matchmaker? Weird.
Nobody knows Dominaria's shadows like me.
Humility is for the weak.
Iron Crack from opponent and Cold Steel Heart.
Aw.
with nothing.
Mindstone. Drumming throw. So that's not removal. I think we will lose. Maybe.
Humility is for the weak.
Priest. Okay. I guess they can kill Liliana, so we will lose now.
Losing? Sorry, I'm not familiar.
Gabriel Soulbroker. I think this might be a game where we use the Kami for... Or actually, yep. Okay, that's a nice combo, I guess. We can play the Kami, ninjutsu, and then we can use it later for the lands. And then let's play Green Player. Pale 3. So this can technically get us Delirium next turn. Especially if they kill Saboteur. Land. And they want the Necropsy. Play the Swarmweaver. Next turn we're gonna discard the Kami and get Pyrus Beetle out. Black market connections from opponent. Sure, we get to Delirium if we destroy the connections. But that's a good reason. Like Grist. And Wish. That is a good one to the command zone. Let's replay the Swarmweaver. Mindstone and Gabriel. Seems like they take an offer and a condition. Let's see what they get. Draw 3 cards and their creatures become less powerful. Guess we have enough here. Necropsy on you and you. We need 6. Oh, 2, 4, 6. We still keep Delirium. Nice.
Favors from me.
Game Tourer, and they lose the game. GG's, I guess. Good games, Gabriel. BPM. Yeah, I guess the Planeswalkers are good. Terminator. You may cast creatures. We have potentially Delirium as soon as we want it. A land and... Oh no, but this is enchantment. And my creature doesn't work. Opponent is just getting too much value from the top of their deck. So let's stop that once. Do we want to trade 6 for the payload? Yeah. Opponent doesn't like the trade. Vivian and 3 mana open. Do they minus?
The mysteries
Loss.
of life are endless.
Ooh. Yep. That's very good for opponent. Here, what do we want to do? Can case and kill the payload. And also just play the Swarmweaver. So the enchantment does it, I think.
Starting over's the only way.
a creature or planeswalker. So I guess we sacrifice the Kami to kill Vivian. Opponent will need to respond. King Raptor. And Fanatic of Ronas.
I'll be back.
Those are good
Just
ones.
like before.
This is my home, and I don't appreciate it. Haven't you ever heard of personal space?
And Nisa, I think that kills us, so GG's. Yep. Put them all here. -5. I guess we keep this. We have 2 millers. And we might deluge. So if we deluge, then we don't play more tender yet. Vicious Farmhand. Now let's deluge. Maybe they have protection, so. And now we have Delirium. Taxos. And the Gen is Brightway. Let's start with Barrow and then play Mod Tender. Yeah, unfortunately for opponent, we're gonna be able to get deathtouchers for days. Swords. Angel of Unity. What was that? We have Golgari charm up now, so let's pass. You can regenerate, destroy an enchantment. We could also -1/-1, but that's not gonna be relevant here, I think. La saga. We will destroy
Quick. Oh, quiet.
Daxos.
Good. I haven't forgotten how
No
to destroy
attacks.
things.
Nice saves opponent. Guess because we have a snake, or maybe because they have something big here. Incubation Druid. Intrepid adversary with 1 counter. A card. Because I want to sacrifice our commander so we can replay it. And it get even more insects. Osseous stick with Twister.
It was probably going to die
Now let's sacrifice a land. And some pearls. And you. The opponent takes the damage from that. Whenever a creature you control this combat damage to a player, that player loses the game. Regenerate each creature you control. Your opponent will attack. Sure. Let's block here. Here. Actually, not like this. MD friends.
Pity we couldn't have been allies.
And Braska dies. Now their commander becomes a 7/7. They get their land transform. Yes, we can Quack Fist. An opponent concedes. GG's. Winter, so another Delirium deck. I guess we play the Outlook, Mill, play the Green Flare so we can surveil something. Traverse, that's gonna get a land for opponent. Guess we get the swamp now. Then we play this forest. That with the green player. Nowhere to run. That's gonna get red mana, but what do they play with it? 6. Okay, opponent. Crucias. Huh. Would you look at that?
I'll have this fight finished before brunch. I'm not finished with you yet.
Vision of a Cat's Call. That's a good one. What now? Guess we play our commander. Our hand size is 3. Fail, surveil. Let's see if they take some damage here. Barrogoy for Rodstein. Ooh, breach the multiverse. That might win them the game. Maybe they get a Planeswalker and Crucius. They could also get Liliana, I suppose. Oh, Shieldred and Arasta. So, play old Rodstein. Barrogoy. And takes 4 more damage. Yeah, that Shieldred is gonna do some work. For sure. We are in direct need for removal, I think. That's splatter and all. Controller. Okay. Peter Blossom. Let's see with the Brain Maggot. Yeah, let's gain some life here. How close to Delirium is this? One away. Blood Chief Thirst, that might deal with Shieldred, so we are not in horrible shape anymore. Discard your hand, draw 5 cards. Kami. What else? Reanimate the Flytrap. Yeah, because they have Delirium, even though we don't. They get of their creatures and put 2 counters on them. Oh no, they needed 6. Put 2 counters. Okay, so they play the Kami, play a land, discard their hand, draw 5. Okay. Opponent has removal for our commander here, we concede. Seems like they don't. Greased. I like Greased. Card to... Oh, but we can no longer have hand size, so it doesn't matter. The road right there. An opponent has 7 cards, so... Oh, Brotherhood's End. Command zone. Oop, and everyone dies pretty much. Action, take action. Take action, take action. They kill Barrocoy. Word. Council. Can we get something good with that? Bubble. Okay. Maybe open and place their commander here. Oh, Redacon's Rage channel. And Grist. I think that does it. I don't have Damnation, we only have the other one. So GG's, I guess. Unless opponent has yeah, nothing. We don't have enough. Origin Necropsy might. Let's see what we can do with it. Zero artifacts. Zero creature enchantment. Planeswalker. Yeah, I don't think that's enough. We still lose. So GG's. Moltrosa. Ooh, and I still Explorer, I think, might be winning us the game. Baffling from opponent. Play Jet Collector, Mila cards. Cameo bamboo groves. Let's play the Explorer here. We lose on a land drop from the graveyard. But Kami is gonna get us 2 for next turn. Opponent cycles a land. Let's pray they don't have a Wrath here. Nothing for the silencer yet. So what is this? Oh, Chupacabra on Explorer. Okay. Thank you. Got profit from opponent. Oh, Delirium. With only 4 cards. Feels nice, definitely. Here we will get Mox. And of course, the Ice Steel pack. I guess opponent can play Muldrotha and play a land. Not the best value, but also not horrible. And yep, that's a nice one. 2, 3, 4. Good game, I guess they concede. Yep. Definitely getting the Jet Collector. Able to reanimate is a good place to be. GG's. Against Bibi. Okay, we can remove Bibi at least. Even if it might be a turn too late. Swiss Spear Teachings. What do you get, Ragavan? Parogoyf. Ooh, that one stings a bit. And what is it gonna be, PP? One ring. Okay, let's trade. Can also kill the one ring now, but opponent might have a counter spell. Yep. Why shall we? The equation. Okay. Endless from night. Because we can play this. We can actually cast the cover. Well, play the cavern and name insect. We have enough to cast Gene Pollinator, then Ripples, and then either Liliana or Ice Steel. So as long as we get Delirium or something before our opponent gets to reanimate, we will be ahead. Insect. This is a plant, but it does work with Delirium. Voice of Victory. Attacks. War on Salt. Ooh, that's... Yep, that's gonna hurt. They're gonna make 2 tokens, but I guess we can... Finding the old gods to kill the Soul Trader. Yeah, Voice of Victory with Soul Trader. Well, essentially any Mobilize with Soul Trader is a good combo, but Soul Trader is just a good card in general. Yeah, we decline. Pay. Kill the Soul Trader. I guess they can bring it back next turn, probably. If they don't, we're okay. If they do, we are definitely losing this one. Celes, they discard. The Sprinter and Goblin Bombardment. Oh, Bombardment was also great. They play Elder Exiles or Graveyard. That's not good. But I guess it's also not terrible, so... Surveil, hopefully get a land in the graveyard. Do we want any of this? Maybe Barrogoyf? No, let's decline. We play Ice Steel Explorer. Yeah, Hexproof and Indestructible. Ooh, fun. So now we have Enchantment, Creature, Planeswalker Land. That is Delirium. Our opponent has 4 mana though, they can attack. Maybe they have... Okay, Luminous Bloodmoth is really nice for them. Opponent doesn't know that we have more lands in our hand, so guess we begin by killing the Bloodmoth. And I think we get Tarmogoyf back. That was a good one. Guess we fight. Make these guys fight. This only protects humans. I get to draw a couple of more cards with their commander, but I guess it's time to play the Swarmweaver. That way we have insects with the touch. Next, I think with Liliana, maybe Fel the Profane. Get lost on the Swarmweaver. Yeah, unfortunately, you got to the command zone. Fear of missing out. Do they replay the Sprinter? Hmm. Yep. Oh. Look here. Here. Decline. I think we need to play the Brain Maggot. Another land. Good charm. Okay. Block and block. And discards a land, draws 2 cards, but now they cannot replay their Sprinter. Not terrible. Now we play Scootorm. Guess we can also play the Fly Trap. And
Something suspicious is going on. And for once, it's not my fault.
ooh, so opponent sacrifice both of their creatures. Okay. Unless they have haste, we might be okay.
I've always hated crowds.
They're stabbed. Now let's play Turbo. Let's see if opponent can pop up here. Chainer Nightmare. Ooh, that's gonna give haste. But not flying, I guess. GG's. Yep. It was actually close. Yes, we had some fun. See you, Celes. So that's gonna be it for today. Finally, I removed a couple of the landfall insects at the 4 drop slot. So I had a little bit of card draw. I played the Great Change and Phyrexian Arena, but as it stands, I guess the deck performed okay. It was okay. It wasn't terrible, but I guess the Delirium and the insect themes were a little bit split, so maybe if you want to streamline this deck in particular, you need to cut some of the insects that we're playing and just play the best ones. Probably Nantuko Slicer is not one you're gonna play, and similarly Arasta is also not great. It's okay in certain matchups, but our opponent needs to be heavily controlled, and if they are playing too many instants or sorceries, then they just end up, you know, having a rat or having removal for Arasta right away. So other than that, really liked the deck, even though it wasn't the greatest. It's still fun to play. Obviously Delirium is good, but the insect might be the worst of the two themes here, as well as the spiders. So thank you for watching. I'm the Hermit, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.